long time since you've seen my face, but this is just going to be a little short and sweet intro to this Notion video. So this video is going to be split into two parts, the first part being the mini tutorial, but disclaimer for this is that I'm not going to be explaining all the functions of Notion, but just the ones that I find most useful for me. And the second part of the video is going to be a Notion Decorate with me, which hopefully gives you motivation or maybe inspires you to either start using Notion or maybe revamp your Notion. But yeah, that is basically all the details for this video. Also, thank you for 100 subscribers. I'm really happy. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video.
Now, to the left side of your screen, you'll see your workspace. This is where all your pages are displayed, and to add a new one, you just press the Add a Page button, and what should come up is this Untitled Page layout. Then, on the right upper corner of your screen, if you press the three dots, you can change the whole page's font, overall text size, and to make the page width bigger or smaller. There's also other options, but I personally don't use those. Now, for the three main components to start up your page. First of all is your title. Obviously, you have your little untitled area and you just type whatever you want. Then you can add an icon, which is basically either, like the name says, an icon or a picture for the folder or the page, and you can either add an emoji or you can upload an image from your computer. There's also a link option if you have an image or a GIF link. Next, we have the add cover, which basically you can add a little header to your page. Notion has its own gallery of images pre-selected, but you can also upload your own photos and put an image link. And they also have a library for Unsplash and a bunch of photos there. I personally use either the upload or the gallery functions. Now, for Notion's main building blocks, Notion uses a slash command. So basically you press the slash function on your keyboard and a bunch of different commands will come up. So this is your lists, your text, your different databases, everything you can do in Notion basically. So for normal text, you just start typing. But the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the page function. So the page function is where you can open up a sub-page inside a page, almost like a folder type thing. You can use it to organize different notes, and there's an example on screen. The next thing I'm going to be showing you is the to-do list. So this is where you can write down your to-dos, your grocery lists, anything really, and you have your little box and you can write multiple, and all you have to do is just click your box and a check mark will appear on the box in blue, and you can cross out whatever to do you want. Next, we have three different heading options. The only difference between these three are the heading size, one being the biggest and three being the smallest. Next, we have the three different bullet options or list options. So we have the bulleted list, which uses a simple bullet, the numbered list, which has different numbering, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and the toggle list, which I'm going to be showing you right here. So the toggle list is basically where you can type a main question or a main segment, and you can open up the bullet so that you can add sub-segments. So most of you probably know the method active recall, if not in the description, but active recall is basically a quizzing almost method, and it's useful for this since you can hide your answers. The next thing is the quote function. So this is what Notion wants you to use to write quotes. I personally don't really use it, just for aesthetic purposes, and I don't really like it. Basically has this black line and you can just write the quote in it. You can also change the color of the text and the background color. You can do this for all the blocks, but I personally like to change the background color if I am using the quote function. Now, here's the thing I mostly use for quotes. It's the callout function. So this makes the writing big and noticeable so that you can see it properly, is basically a gray little box with an icon. Again, you can upload an image from your computer, or you can put down an emoji or a GIF link. And like I said, it makes it stand out, and you can write quotes in it or goals or whatever you need to use. And this is what I use mostly for quotes. Now, moving on from this first section, I'm not going to be explaining inline because they're mainly for if you want to share a page, and obviously there's an emoji option, but I'm not going to be explaining those. But the one that I am going to be explaining is the database section, where I'm going to be explaining 5 different databases. So the first one is the table, and inline basically means inside your page. You can also open a new page to a table, but self-explanatory. You add your different headings, and you can put different data in each of the rows and each of the columns, and you can write your heading as the criteria that comes at the table, and you can also open up your little criteria and add extra details or extra information. And the category 2, or the second column, has different tags that you can use. So I've also done that with books. The next thing is the board view. So this board view is basically another way of viewing data. So you can have these different cards, which is basically your tasks or to-dos or projects. And again, you can open them up to have a different description. You basically put them in different columns to update the progress. So Notion already has not started, in progress, and completed. So you can just update the progress of those tasks, and you can also change the headings by clicking on them, but I personally just use the default Notion settings. Our next option is the list function. So this list database is basically like a subfolder, almost a collection of folders. So I'll just give an example, which is more better. So if you have a biology class you're taking and you like taking digital notes, you could have a biology page, and then you could have a list function for each of the different chapters and put the different pages of your notes for each chapter to keep it organized. That's what you could use it for in my head. The next is the gallery function. So this is just you have these different squares, and all these squares basically you can open them up to a page, and you can name them as different categories to organize your information better. So as you can see, Notion has given you the option of writing to-dos in it by default. So you could categorize your different to-dos and just put them in each page, and you can also add new ones depending on how many categories you want. And the last one in database, which I'm going to be explaining, is the calendar option. So self-explanatory, as mentioned in the name, it's a calendar. And all you basically do is press the plus option on whatever day, and the heading is the event that will show up on the calendar, and in the description you could add more details on whatever event, or even make it a personal diary log. You can see when I filmed this too. But yeah, so that's basically the calendar function. Now that we're done with the database tab, we have our next tab, which is the media section. So I'm going to be only explaining 2 of them. So you have the image function, where you can basically upload an image from your computer or add a link, or Unsplash as well. So basically it uploads an image, and there are 2 black lines at the side, and if you select them and move them in and out, you can change the sizing of your photo. So you can make it smaller or bigger. The only con to this is it still takes up the same amount of space virtually. But in the media tab, we also have a video option, which does the same thing but for videos as well as audio. And there's also a file tab where you can upload PDFs or anything else maybe you need for school. And now this is kind of special. We have the embed option. So I'll be giving a special example for this. So essentially, in the nutshell, the embed option is an option where you can put links of any type, Spotify links, YouTube links, Instagram links, anything really, and it'll pop up on your page as a little mini widget. You can also upload videos and photos from your computer as well, but the thing I'm going to be showing you right now is a method to up your Notion game. All you have to do is open your browser and search up Indify and Notion widgets. And the first website that should pop up, all you have to do is add your email and sign up. I personally use this because you can change a lot of different options that are not there in Notion default. So basically you scroll down and you can see the different widgets you can add to your Notion page. So you can have quotes, you can have life progress bar, the weather. You can also connect to Google Calendar if you use that. You can have a counter, a countdown. You can add a clock, either analog or digital. And you can also add an image gallery, which I'm going to be showing you an example for. All you have to do is press create widget and it'll generate your widget. Then you upload your photos. So the free version only allows you to upload 3 for the image gallery, but I am personally okay with that. I've used this multiple times in my Notion pages as well, so that's why I'm showing it to you right now. You can also change the image sizing or how it fits your little widget. You can also change the scroll speed, which is how fast you can switch between photos. So it can be at lightning speed, so it can just go really quick or it can go really slow, according to you. You can also change the background color for this case, but again, it's customizable accordingly for each. So if you're doing a clock or a life progress bar, whatever. Now how you add it to Notion is you copy paste the link. There's an option at the bottom of the screen and you go back to your Notion, press the embed option and put your link into that little box and then press embed link. Now your little widget should pop up on screen and you can again change the sizing according to your liking and move it around your page with the 6 dots on the top left. You can move it beside things, under things, anywhere where you want really. Now moving on to our next section, which is some examples of Notion pages I've already done and the decorating a new page segment.
I have no attachment to the name Batosai the Manslayer. Just the same, I can't allow someone like you to wear it. Can't allow someone like you to wear it.
Without happiness. Sorry, Snoopy. You can't go with us. Dogs aren't allowed on the school bus.